Jordan, like the river. And I actually had a few people ask how our evangelism went on Saturday. Woo! So I decided to make a video. Just got home from work, so I'm a little tired, but it's nice out, so it's cool. It went really well. So first, it starts off, it was me, Donald, and Brother Ernie. And Brother Ernie is an 86-year-old evangelist, evangelizing for many, many years, and I would argue is probably the master of evangelism on Long Island. Like, he knows his stuff really well. And he tells us how he just had a liver infection and was in the hospital just like a couple days ago. And he got better in 2 days, and he said because he got better in 2 days, and that's unheard of, only like children get better from liver infections in 2 days. They were like, how did an 86-year-old man do it? And he's like, because I'm the child of a king, of our king. You know, he was just like, Jesus. Those aren't exact words, but you know, that's really cool. So we had like 7 doctors ask him, like, how did you get better so quickly? How did you get better so quickly? How did you get better so quickly? And he's like, well, I'm the child of God. It was just so cool. They kept like, oh my gosh, you can't believe it. And then as he was leaving to go to his car to drive home, all like the nurses like looked the window. So this is how we start off. This was the story of like his amazing healing. And me and Don were like, well, it's because God knew we said evangelism for the end of May and we needed Brother Ernie with us. He's the master. So we go over to Mi Tarita supermarket in Central Islip. And we go out front and we hold up we have a Red Cross with us, which is cool. Don like has one like bolted to his house that he unbolted to bring with us. I'm sure he rebolted it already. He's very meticulous like that. And so we started evangelizing to people. I handed out my little tracts with a necklace stapled in. It was like the Father's love letter, talking about how the Bible is a love letter to us. And it was like the footprints, little cross. So I handed that out to a few people. And Brother Ernie had some Bibles to hand out. So 3 people asked for Bibles. That's like unheard of. But we had all the Gideon Bibles with us, and 3 people asked for Bibles, and it was fantastic. And we got to pray with one woman who wanted to be saved and wanted to know Jesus. So I prayed for her. We let Brother Ernie do most of the preaching because he's a little, you know, he's mature. He's like an elder. So we let him do a lot of the preaching. So he preached to this one man, and we preached to a couple other women and just a couple of people. It was really nice. And one woman was so excited that we were doing this that she bought us drinks. She said she wanted to come to the church, and we were like, oh, great. So I hope to see her again. She was very nice. And yeah, I prayed for a lot of the children that walked by, and Donald did a really great job. He handed out a bunch of tracts, and you know, it was very encouraging. He even asked the store owner if we could set up a table next time. And that went really well. We did see some opposition. There was this one child who gave us this like really death glare, and he just kept shaking his head. That was really funny. He had to be like 6 or 7, and he was just like, you could see the hate in his eyes. And I was like, oh, I need to pray for you, child. Then literally when we're breaking through and people were asking for Bibles and we're praying for people, a bootleg DVD person comes up with these anti-religious DVDs, like Christianity and like these like satanic DVDs, and like lines them up for sale like right across from us. And I was like, really? But you know, you'll never not see some spiritual opposition. And it was great. We talked to a couple of young men who seemed really interested in the tracts that Donald was handing out, which was nice. And it was just a fantastic time. And then afterwards we went to Chick-fil-A, which was only my 2nd time ever going to Chick-fil-A. And they loved the shirt I was wearing, so they kept saying, oh, I love your shirt, I love your shirt. And we had a nice conversation with the one gentleman who is a manager at Chick-fil-A, how he should put tracks in the Chick-fil-A bags, because they used to do that in Florida, like I think 15 years ago, Brother Ernie said. They used to do that in Florida, so we should do that here. I mean, Long Island needs revival, and Long Island needs evangelism. But let me tell you, I felt so alive, and I felt so great, and I felt so rested and rejuvenated afterwards. It was like exactly what I needed. Like it felt like rest, going out and evangelizing, and it was just so much fun. And we just got to meet new people, and we got to pray for people and preach to people, and it was just really great, and I cannot wait to do it again.